So today we're going to finish up pages 5 through 8 on the geometry midterm review, starting with number 37 on page 5. So directions say, state if the triangles in each pair are similar. If so, state how you know that they are similar. So what you want to do is set up a proportion basing on the sides. So this bottom triangle is actually a rotation of the top triangle. So we're going to match up this side with this side and this side with this side. Do a proportion, check the cross product to see if we get the same answer. So we're going to say 40 to 8 should be equal to 70 to 13. So we do the cross product, so 40 times 13 should be equal to 8 times 70. Punch it in the calculator, you should get 520 equals 560. So they are not equal, so we say not similar. Number 39, we're going to do the top to the bottom on the left, set it equal to the top to the bottom on the right, but we need to get this measurement right here. So we take the total length of 78, subtract the 64, that means this piece should be 14. Set up our proportion, 12 to 66, equal to the right side, 14 to 64. Do the cross product, so 12 times 64 should be equal to 14 times 66. Get your calculator out, punch it in. 12 times 64 is 768. 14 times 66 is 924, so they are not similar. Jump down to numbers 41 and 42. The directions say to solve for x, and that the triangles are for sure similar. So you can see that the top triangle is rotated down to match up with the bottom triangle. And so we want to match up the sides and make sure that the long side and the long side match up. And check the angles. So this angle is 58, this angle is 58. So the angles are good. We just need to make sure that the sides are in the correct proportion. Oh, we already know that they're similar. So we're going to say that 54 is to 117 as 42 is to 13 plus 6x. And again, do the cross product. I prefer my variable on the left, so I'm going to do 54 times 13 plus 6x. Set that equal to 42 times 117. And obviously some distributing over here. So 54 times 13 is 702. And 54 times 6x is 324x. On the right, if you multiply out 42 times 117, you should get 4,914. So subtract that 702 from both sides. And we see that 324x is equal to 4,212. So when we divide by 324, we get x equals 13. Down at the bottom of page 5, number 43 just says solve for x. So I'm going to split this into a left side and a right side, and then I'm going to do the top to the bottom and the top to the bottom. Okay? So if the whole length is 5, that means that must be 1. And if the whole thing is 2x minus 8, if we subtract 2 more, this piece right here is going to be 2x minus 10. So I'm going to do 4 to 1. Oops, that's a 1. 4 to 1 as 2x minus 10 is to 2. And then do the cross product. I prefer my variable on the left, so I'm going to go this way first. And 1 times anything is itself, so we have 2x minus 10 equals 8. Add 10 to both sides, and we get 2x equals 18. Divide both sides by 2, so x should be equal to 9. Heading over to page 6. So up at the top, same directions. We're solving for x. So we want to do split that in half. We've got our left side and our right side, our top and our bottom, our top and our bottom. So we have the whole thing of 16 minus the x plus 2, and we need to distribute there. So we're going to have 16 minus x minus 2, which is 14 minus x. And then we're going to set up our proportions. So we're going to have 3 to 5 as x plus 2 is to 14 minus x. Either way we're going to do it, we're going to have variables on both sides. So I'm going to go 5 times x plus 2, set that equal to 3 times 14 minus x. Distribute here, so we have 5x plus 10. And that is equal to 42 minus 3x. Add the 3x, subtract the 10, and we have 2x equals 32. Oh, sorry, 8x equals 32, so divide both sides by 8. And so x is equal to 4. Okay. Number 47, we're going to split it again to a left side and a right side. And we know the whole thing down here is 20, so we want to subtract the 2x minus 4, which means we have 20 minus 2x plus 4. So this piece right here is 24 minus 2x. All right, so now we can set up our proportion. We're going to have 12 to 2x minus 4 equal to 28 over 24 minus 2x. And we're going to do our cross product, and we're going to end up with variables on both sides. So we're going to have 12 times 24 minus 2x, set that equal to 28 times 2x minus 4, and lots of distributing. So 12 times 24 is 288 minus 24x, and 28 times 2 is 56x, and 28 times negative 4 is negative 112. So let's see, we want to add 24x to both sides and add 112 to both sides. So 288 plus 112, I got 400. And 56x plus 24x is 80x. So if we divide both sides by 80, we get x equals 5. That was a lot of work. All right. Jumping down to the next set of problems, number 49. Find the missing length indicated. Leave your answers in simplest radical form. So this time, the x is on the altitude. So the altitude squared is going to be equal to this piece times this piece. So 9 times 16 just so happens to be 144. So when we take the square root of both sides, we get x equals 12. 51 is set up the same way. Your variable's just in a different spot. So this time we're going to square the 12 and set that equal to 9 times x. 12 squared is 144. Divide both sides by 9, so x is equal to 16. And number 53, this time we've got this leg, so we're going to square the leg, set that equal to the piece that's closest, times the length of the whole thing. Well, right now, this much is 9 and this one is x, so the whole thing is x plus 9. So we've got some distributing on the right, and 15 squared is 225. 9 times x is 9x. 9 times 9 is 81. Subtract the 81. We got 144. Oh, ends up just like the problem before. So when we divide by 9, we get x equals 16. Down at the bottom, number 55, find the value of each trigonometric ratio to the nearest 10 thousandths. That just so happens to be 4 decimal places after the decimal point. So you want to make sure your calculator is in degree mode. It should say that little DEG, and then all you do is type the sign, type in the angle 24 degrees, hit equals. You're going to get 0.4067. There's a 3 next to it, so it stays. So 0.4067.